Hi beautiful, welcome to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be using a lot of my favorite holiday makeup that has come out this season. I'm super excited to finally sit down and do a full face of makeup type video here on my channel because for the past forever, it feels like, all I've been doing is eyeshadow looks. So today you get my bare face. I'm going to be doing everything with you besides eyebrows and I cannot wait. Like I said, I'm going to be using a lot of my favorite holiday products that have come out this season. If you guys are excited for today's video, give it a thumbs up and let's go ahead and get started. I did already film my eyebrows because doing my eyebrows on camera is just boring, but I wanted to talk to you about one of my favorite eyebrow products that I used and is back in stock. The Rare Beauty Eyebrow Gel, which you guys know I have been swearing by ever since it came out a few months ago. This is my third bottle already. It is back in stock. It has been sold out for months, so if you are running low on yours, if you've been meaning to try it, or if you've been waiting to restock, definitely check it out because it is back in stock. I will of course have every single product I talk about in today's video listed and linked down below in the description box. When you guys use my links, it helps out my channel, so if you're interested in anything I talk about today and you're going to buy it, please do so using the links I'm leaving you down there. Anyways, the Rare Beauty Eyebrow Gel back in stock. Definitely get your hands on it if you've been meaning to before it sells out again. I did also do my skincare already. I did my Caudalie Resveratrol Lift Serum, which I'm already like halfway through. Wow. And I did Magic Cream from Charlotte Tilbury. So that's why we're looking glowy and juicy. Now I do also want to do a primer today. I'm going to do my Rich Primer from Freck Beauty, my slimy primer. And I'm just going to focus that on the center of my face. I don't think I'm going to put any on my forehead because my forehead is pretty hydrated on its own. The areas of my face that need the extra hydration are mainly my chin and like around my mouth area, so I'm focusing it here. For foundation, I'm going to use my Very Valentino foundation, which I love. I almost forgot to mention this foundation when I did my Sephora recommendations video and I could not believe myself. I ended up mentioning it in there, but it wasn't like part of the official list. I don't know. I just felt so bad because this has been one of my favorite foundations ever since I tried it. I just hadn't used it in a while. I had been using new things that had come out, and so it wasn't top of mind for me. But ever since I almost forgot about it, I picked it back up and I have started using it again, and it is just such a good formula. It is natural, yet it has a beautiful coverage. The color that I have, which is LN4, is my perfect shade. It applies easily with a brush or a sponge, whatever your preference is. This foundation can do it. It makes my very dry skin not look dry throughout the day. I mean, it is simply all positives, okay? I absolutely love it. As my color corrector today, I'm going to use this one from e.l.f. in the shade Peach. This one is super affordable and I like it because the formula is very thin, so it doesn't crease underneath my eyes or anything. I do wish it was like a tiny bit lighter. It's a bit dark for my complexion, but I can make it work anyway. So here's what that looks like on its own. And then I'm just going to tap it in with my sponge. This YSL concealer here, I need to further test. I bought this one during the Sephora sale. I tried it in my Sephora haul video and I loved it, but I need to further test it. I think I've used it maybe like twice since, but I want to use it more to like really make sure how much I like it. I do wish I had gotten a lighter shade. LC5 is a bit darker than what I usually put underneath my eyes, but the formula of this All Hours concealer from YSL is superb. It has good coverage, it has a radiant finish to it. The formula is very thin, which on my dry skin, what that means is it's not going to crease like crazy. It has a nice natural to glowy finish to it. Even though I got the wrong shade, I can make it work, as you can see. And I simply have been loving it. This was definitely something I wanted to try as soon as I saw it announced, so I was very happy to finally pick it up during the Sephora sale. Just look at how good that looks. I haven't put any powder on, of course, but like Everything looks nice and smooth. Nothing looks dry. Nothing looks textured. So far, so good. It's always a blast to use your favorite makeup, for sure. So next I have the Rare Beauty eyeshadow primer and my reference number 36 brush, and I'm just going to smooth that all throughout my eyelid area. I'm super excited about the palette that I'm going to be using for today's look, because I have been meaning to use it some more since I bought it. So I can't wait, and I do want to have a nice smooth base for these shadows. I want everything to look perfect. I continue to be absolutely in love with my Westman Atelier contour stick in the shade Biscuit. I have less and less of it by the day, but it is just such a good natural looking product. I can't stop using it. Plus, I like that I can use a lot of it, and it's super easy to blend, and it looks very natural and cool tone, and it gives me a good amount of sculpting without, you know, any stress of having to like blend down things. If I make a mistake, it's fine. It blends out so easily. So there it is. And so I'm going to use my Sigma F47 brush to blend it in place. This brush does a very quick job of blending this out. I can just pat this product in place with this brush and it just melts right into the skin. Take a look at how good and how natural that contour looks. For powder, I'm using my Danessa Myricks pink powder with a puff. This is another product I feel like I'm going to finish soon because I can't stop using it. It is just such a fine, natural looking powder. It blurs everything to perfection. Like, look at my under eyes right now. Crazy, right? Take a look before and after at my forehead. You can see kind of like some of my pores right there, which is like totally normal. Well, my pores are about to disappear before your eyes. Just patting this over the center of the forehead right there. What pores? What pores where? So anyways, the complexion is done, and up until this point you could be like, Patricia, what holiday products are you even talking about, right? Because there's no holiday foundation I can show you. So the holiday products come next. They are the fun stuff. The main palette I want to use today, because I'm going to use two, is this amazing thing right here. I also purchased this one during the Sephora sale. This is the Danessa Myricks Lightworks Volume 5 palette. It is a palette that is full of the most intense, shimmery, shifty shades. There's a ton of different multi-chromes in here, and so far I've only done that one look that I did in that video with this palette, which was, by the way, a beautiful look. I loved it, but I just can't wait to play with it again. We're bringing it out today, and because this palette doesn't have any mattes in it, and I do prefer to at least have one matte in my eyeshadow looks, I'm going to use this other holiday palette here for the mattes. So this is the Mcgrath Labs Starstruck Splendor palette, which has mattes that I quite like. These mauvey purpley shades right here, these browns. I'm going to be using some mattes from this palette and combining them with the glorious multi-chromes from Danessa Myricks to create today's glamorous festive eyeshadow look. With a fluffy brush, this is a reference number 15. The first color I want to grab is this one here as my transition. And I'm just going to place it all throughout the crease of my eye, back and forth, and blend it. Adding a little bit more to my outer corner, right back here. Just like that, a nice smooth transition. I love colors like this one because it's pigmented, but you blend it out into nothing and it's just beautiful. I was thinking about maybe grabbing a darker matte like this one down here, but I think I'm going to leave it at this for now, just that one color, and we'll jump into the Danessa Myricks palette and assess from there. Today I'm thinking, since I'm wearing a little green something, I'll use some of these shades back here. And if you go by color story, this palette is very easy to use because I could just put this green on the outer corner, sort of kind of blend it into the crease, this one in the center, this one in the inner corner, and you're good to go. And the same thing applies to the rest of the color stories in this palette. So it's a pretty easy to use palette in my opinion. I'm going to start with the darkest green, which is called Enough down here. And I'm going to add it to the outer third of my eyelid with a reference number 1, tapping it in place like this. And then I'm lightly going to blend it into my crease color, just with the tip of the brush, back and forth, light pressure. Perfect, just like that. And we repeat over on this side. So just like this, and then with a flat brush, I'm grabbing this color here called Abundant. And that is going to be the center of the eyelid shade, right through the center here, just patting it in place. And these shades are so creamy that even though they have a ton of sparkle and they shine like crazy, there's no fallout underneath my eyes. Because the formulas are so creamy, they just don't crumble like that. Just beautiful, honestly. Smaller flat brush and the shade Evolving. My eye look is totally going to match my nails. These are Glamnetics from the Harry Potter collection. The style is called Parcel Mouth and I love them. I've never loved green nails this much. I have a Glamnetics discount code. It is just Patty. And you can save some money with that. If you're interested in press-ons, which is all I have used for the past couple of years. I have to say my favorite thing about press-ons is that I don't have to spend a ton of time going to the nail salon, you know? Okay, so that's the shade Evolving right on the inner third. And there is one more color I want to use and it is the shade Protected. And I'm going to pop Protected right on the inner corner of the eye. Just right in there. For the under eyes, I'm grabbing Enough, which is the darkest of the three green shimmers, and I am swiping it back and forth right under here, all the way to my tear duct area. I'm using a reference number 3 for this. Back to my Pat McGrath matte with a reference number 13, and we are going to smoke it out. And so this right here is the very green, very Christmassy eyeshadow look. I just put this Too Faced olive green eyeliner in my waterline to finish it up. And before I do mascara or anything like that, let's finish up my complexion. I bought the holiday kit of the Nars liquid blushes, which I love these and their formula. And so I'm going to use the shade Orgasm right here on my cheeks, blending it in with my Sigma brush. And for a face palette, I have to, okay? I know I've been talking about this one non-stop, but it truly is my favorite Hourglass palette that they have ever done. Take a look at my bronzer. He looks damaged already, okay? Because I can't stop using it. When I tell you this bronzer is perfection, they need to make more bronzers like this one. I just don't care for shimmers or sparkles on my bronzer, and this one just has such a beautiful natural finish. And then it has Hourglass's amazing, amazing formula. So what is not to love? I have been using this palette a lot, by the way, with my reference number 37 brush, because this brush is perfect to get right on top of that little bronzer there without getting into any of the other shades. And so I'm going to lightly bronze up my face a little bit, just buffing that bronzer in. Let's do my forehead next. And it just adds a little bit more color, a little bit more warmth to the face that I love. I know I already did the Orgasm blush, but I want to keep using products, okay? So I'm going to use this blush down here over top. This is a reference number 5 brush that I am applying it with. Just patting it in place. It looks beautiful. A little bit extra pigmented since I'm putting it on top of a different blush, but beautiful nonetheless. My favorite thing to do if I ever do a little too much blush is just go over the blush area with a clean part of a beauty sponge, and it just makes it melt in beautifully, okay? I love it. I have a new highlighter to try actually. So I don't know if this is a favorite holiday item. It is, I think, a holiday item, but I have never tried it before, so I'm not even sure if I'm going to like it, but I've been meaning to show you it. Anastasia sent me their new highlighter. It's called the Glow Seeking Highlighter, and the packaging looks beautiful. Check it out right here. And then when you open it, it looks incredible. This looks like a very luxurious product. It is definitely luxuriously packaged, and I love the stamping in there. It looks very finely milled as well. Let's just go ahead and go for it. Let's try it. This is a reference number 16 brush, which I know is an eye brush, but I love to use it for highlighter because it keeps the highlighter from going everywhere. So I'm going to grab some of this and put it on the cheekbone. Ooh. Okay, take a look right there. It has a beautiful gold finish to it, and it's pretty bright, but I don't think it's necessarily enhancing my texture, which I like. I think I put a little bit too much over here, so let me just pat it in with my sponge a bit. Make it melt. See how now it looks more melted into the skin? It looks a bit more blended. Back with my blush brush, nothing added. I'm just making sure I didn't take any extra blush away. And also this makes the highlighter blend even better. So take a look right there at what the highlighter looks like. Is it revolutionary? No. I feel like it's very rare these days that a highlighter is super different. But with that said, it's a very high quality highlighter. It doesn't enhance your texture. It looks beautiful on the skin. It melts right in. It looks nice and ethereal. It's one of the better ones out there for sure. I'm back with mascara and lashes. My lashes are custom made today. They were Ardell's 213s, but they were so long I felt clownish. So I grabbed my little scissors and cut them while on my face. If they don't look even, you know why. Anyways, I'm going to finish up this holiday look with a nude lip because today, like most days, the eyes are the star of the show. So I'm going to use my Natasha lip liner in the shade Natasha to line my lips. And I'm going to use my YSL Candy Glaze lipstick in shade 02 right in the center. I love how buttery this is. Oh my god. Balmy, glossy perfection. So here you have it. This is today's final look. I'm definitely very happy that I got to further play with some of my favorite holiday products that have come out this holiday season, like the beautiful Danessa Myricks Lightworks Volume 5 palette, the Jellyfish palette I can't shut up about. I'm happy I tried the new Anastasia highlighter and that I got to use my Pat McGrath holiday palette again, even if it was just for one shade. Anyways, if you like this Get Ready With Me video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Before you leave, if you want anything I mentioned in today's video, it is all listed and linked down below in the description box, including the eyeshadow brushes. Refer is having their biggest brush sale ever, so definitely check it out if you haven't already. And that is all from me today. I love you all so much. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Give the video a thumbs up. I think I already said that. Love you all so much, and I hope to see you back in the next video. Bye.